Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, parents and prospective students of the great Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. It is my pleasure to actually announce to you that KNUST has been ranked again as the #1 destination for quality education globally. We are also the best university in all of Ghana. And this afternoon, we will be bringing you everything you need to know about the admission process, particularly for 2023-2024. With me to do this are my officers from this university. And I have on my right hand, Mr. Charles Entry, who is the Senior Assistant Registrar at the Graduate School. On my extreme left, Assistant Registrar. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Admission has always been a very thorny issue, and many people have questions every year. So this program is supposed to bring you all the information you need, including frequently asked questions, and we'll try to provide. So I will be inviting the admission officer, Mr. Tamwabwati, to walk all of us through the admission process for undergraduate in this great university. Mr. Asamwabwati.
Thank you, Dr. Norris. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to help you to minimize the stress that you normally go through during the admission. And specifically, we want to help you to know the choice of program that may fit your career plans and dreams, to help you to know the admission requirements for the programs, and to understand the application processes at the university. That I'll begin with a brief overview of the academic work of the university and its purpose. Established in 1951, KNUST is a comprehensive public research-based university in Ghana, the foremost science and technology university in Ghana. And within the period of its existence, KNUST has become an important center of the training of scientists and technologists, not only for Ghana, but also for Africa and beyond. Specifically, the mandate of KNUST is for the training and education of the requisite human resource professionals in engineering, medical and allied health sciences, basic and applied sciences, agricultural and natural resources management, built environment, including planning, architecture, land economy, and building technology, and arts, social sciences, and humanities for Ghana and African socio-economic development and advancement. KNUST has adopted the collegiate system, organized its programs under 6 colleges, namely College of Agricultural and Natural Resources, College of Engineering, College of Humanities and Social Sciences, College of Art and Built Environment, College of Health Sciences, and College of Science. Our admission requirements. The West African Senior School Certificate Examination, which we called WASSCE, conducted by West African Examination Council, formed the basis for admitting candidates into programs of the university. The equivalences of other qualification as well as foreign qualification have also been established, and this include General Certificates of Education or GCE advanced level candidates, Advanced Business Certificate Examination candidate, General Business Certificate Examination candidate, Higher National Diploma candidates, and then mature students entry. For the foreign qualification, we have the following: International Baccalaureate, International General Certificate of Secondary Education, IGCSE, and American High School Grade 12. The minimum entry requirement for our programs based on the certificate one uses to seek admission are the following. The West African Examination, the WASI or SSCE candidates requires credits in 3 core subjects. The core subjects are English language, core mathematics, and integrated science. And a credit passes in 3 elective subjects relevant to the program of choice. And at any point, the total aggregate must not exceed 24. For the General Certificate of Education advanced level, one requires passes in 3 subjects relevant to the program of study. And at least one of the passes should be grade D or better. Also, one requires credit passes, which is minimum of 6 in 5 GCE ordinary level subjects, including English language, mathematics, and a science subject for non-science student or non-science program, and an art student for the science students. We also have for advanced business certificate examination candidates, one requires credit passes in 5 subjects, including English language, mathematics, integrated science, or social studies in the general business certificate examination, or the SSCE or WASI. The ABCE candidate may be considered for admission at level 2 or the second year of the degree program. For general business certificate examination, GBCE candidates, one requires credit passes, which is A to D, in 6 subjects comprising 3 core subjects, including English language and mathematics, plus 3 relevant elective subjects. For higher national diploma candidates, holders must have 2nd class lower division and above. And in addition, must also have credit passes at the WASI or SSCE level in 3 core subjects and 3 elective subjects, or 5 credit passes at the O level if the person has obtained the ordinary level certificate. 2-year post-HND qualification in most cases, is required. For matured students entry, we have the applicant must be at least 25 years old at the time of application. And at any point, the person is required to show proof of age with birth certificate or any legitimate documentary proof of the date of birth. In addition, one must satisfy the requirement for WASI or SSCE or A level, depending on the training the person has acquired. Then, finally, the candidate must also pass an interview or an entry examination. For foreign qualifications, we have International Baccalaureate. For holders of IB, applicants should have a minimum of grade 4 at the higher level in 3 subjects relevant to the program of choice, and a minimum of grade 5 in chemistry for those applying for health and allied sciences programs. For those applying for engineering programs, the applicant must have at least grade 5 at the higher level in mathematics. Besides that, one must have a minimum of grade 4 in English language and mathematics at the standard level, and at least grade C in science subject at the IGCSE. For American high school grade, an applicant for admission to a degree program, the university must have a final grade point of at least 3. This is not exhaustive. There may be other qualifications that one may present may present in support of his application. And therefore, any other one that may come without, aside those I've mentioned, has to be accepted or subject to an evaluation of the certificate by Ghana Tertiary Education Commission. They will determine its equivalence as well as the eligibility of such candidate. Programs. The university currently runs 84 undergraduate programs. It therefore nurtures a diverse community of undergraduate students each academic year. The following are the programs run by the colleges. For College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, we have Bachelor of Science, Agriculture, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Biotechnology, Bachelor of Science, Agribusiness Management, Bachelor of Science, Landscape Design and Management, Bachelor of Science, Natural Resources Management, Bachelor of Science, Forest Resources Technology, Bachelor of Science, Packaging Technology, Bachelor of Science, Aquaculture and Water Resources Management. For College of Art and Built Environment, we have Bachelor of Science, Architecture, Bachelor of Science, Construction Technology and Management, Bachelor of Science, Quantity Surveying and Construction Economics, Bachelor of Science, Development Planning, Bachelor of Science, Human Settlement Planning, Bachelor of Science, Land Economy, Bachelor of Science, Real Estate. We also have Bachelor of Fine Arts, Painting and Sculpture, Bachelor of Art, Communication Design, Bachelor of Arts, Integrated Rural Art and Industry, Bachelor of Arts, Publishing Studies, Bachelor of Science, Metal Smelting and Jewelry Technology, Bachelor of Science, Textile Design and Technology, Bachelor of Science, Fashion Design, Bachelor of Science, Ceramics Design Technology, and Bachelor of Education, Junior High School Specialization. For engineering programs, we have the following: Bachelor of Science, Aerospace Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Automobile Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Biomedical Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Chemical Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Civil Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Computer Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Electrical Electronics Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Geological Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Geometric Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Industrial Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Marine Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Materials Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Metallurgical Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Petrochemical Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Petroleum Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Telecommunication Engineering. Then for programs by College of Health Sciences, we have dental surgery, which is fee-paying. We have Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. We have Bachelor of Science, Disability and Rehabilitation Studies, Bachelor of Science, Herbal Medicine, Bachelor of Science, Human Biology, Bachelor of Science, Medical Laboratory Technology, Bachelor of Science, Medical Imaging, Bachelor of Science, Midwifery, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, Bachelor of Science, Physician Assistantship, Bachelor of Science, Physiotherapy and Sports Science, and Doctor of Pharmacy. For programs run by College of Humanities and Social Sciences, we have Bachelor of Arts, Economics, Bachelor of Arts, English, Bachelor of Arts, French and Francophone Studies, Bachelor of Arts, Geography and Rural Development, Bachelor of Arts, History, Bachelor of Arts, Linguistics, Bachelor of Arts, Media and Communication Studies, Bachelor of Arts, Akan Language and Culture, Bachelor of Arts, Political Studies, Bachelor of Science, Hospitality and Tourism Management, Bachelor of Laws, Bachelor of Arts, Religious Studies, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology, Bachelor of Arts, Social Work, and Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Marketing, International Business. We also have Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Accounting, Banking, and Finance, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Logistics and Supply Chain Management, and Business Information Technology, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Human Resource Management, Bachelor of Science, Logistics and Supply Chain Management. For the basic and applied sciences, we have Bachelor of Science Biochemistry, Bachelor of Science Food Science and Technology, Bachelor of Science Biological Science, Bachelor of Science Environmental Science, Bachelor of Science Chemistry, Bachelor of Science Computer Science, Bachelor of Science Mathematics, Bachelor of Science Actuarial Science, Bachelor of Science Statistics, Bachelor of Science Physics, Bachelor of Science Meteorology and Climate Science, and Doctor of Optometry. The university, as an international institution, has established linkages with other recognized institutions. And currently, KNUST has a membership in the following international association: International Association of Universities, Association of Commonwealth Universities, Association of African Universities, International Students Exchange Program, and among others. And this shows the international nature of our institution. The university has support services for our students. We have established guidance and counseling center with well-trained professional counselors and clinical psychologists to provide services to our students. We also have scholarship facilities to support our students, medical services, and tutorial services. The following are some of our municipal facilities that facilitate that provide conducive environment for the conduct of our academic work. We have bookshop, hospital, printing press, photocopy unit, chapel, and mosque for our spiritual life and that of our students, and then commercial business facilities. For housing, the university has 6 traditional halls of residence: Queen Elizabeth Hall, the Second Hall, Unity Hall, Independence Hall, Republic Hall, the University Hall, and then African Hall. There are also campus hostel facilities. And as a policy, the university, for foreign students, foreign students are guaranteed accommodation on campus throughout the study of their programs. Off-campus private-owned facilities or hostels under the supervision of the university are also available to our students. Application process. Interested applicants or prospective applicants are to follow this process. First, you find your academic program of interest on the website of the university, www.knust.edu.gh. Then you review the admission requirement section for your program. This session covers the entry requirements and the previous cutoff aggregate. Then you purchase an e-voucher containing login ID or serial number or PIN number at Ghana Post Office, any accredited Ghana Post offices. Or you dial *447*160# on any network and follow the prompt. There are 6 steps prompts you need to follow. You may not need to move to any Ghana Post Office. Just follow the prompts and then you generate the ID credentials. You use the credential to access the admission portal. Then you submit an online application with a photocopy of your birth certificate or national ID. The application deadline for this year is October 31, 2023. My advice: one needs to provide genuine, correct, and accurate information for admission. Avoid using names other than what is on your certificates. Be meticulous when completing the form. Be moderate and reasonable in the choice of your programs. Avoid imposters who may act as middlemen between you and the university. We have established admission help desk with the following numbers and contacts or email that one can, at any point in time, one can reach us with these numbers and contact for any assistance. In conclusion, I'll say, as an institution, KNUST understands and embraces its obligation to contribute to the economic development of Ghana through the workforce it trains, and is striving to set the standard for quality education and entrepreneurship through a congenial teaching, learning, and research environment. One of our top priorities is providing students of an outstanding learning experience. We believe that our students need more than traditional coursework to be competitive and successful in their career. Experiential opportunities are integral components of student learning experience, and skills they gain will help prepare them for whatever they choose to do after graduation. To prepare whatever lies ahead of you as a prospective applicant, KNUST is the best place. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. for that elaborate presentation. I like your advice, particularly the one that was not sort of say we want to help you secure admission into KNUST. We also want to state that you do not need any connection to gain admission into the #1 destination for quality education in the whole world. All you need is good results, because our admission is based on merit. Thank you so much, Mr. Howard. I also want to reiterate that through the Directorate of Student Affairs, we have partnered with over or almost 500 private hostels across the university or around the university to help provide affordable accommodation to all students. And so when you are making your way to KNUST, you can rely on the Directorate of Student Affairs to support you do so. Parents who genuinely don't have the means to secure accommodation can always approach the Directorate of Student Affairs. Now we are moving on to that presentation was for undergraduate seeking to gain admission to the university. We will now be inviting Mr. Charles Entry, Owusu Entry, who is the Senior Assistant Registrar at the Graduate School, to make a presentation on how you can gain admission to the various postgraduate programs within the university. So I invite Mr. Charles Entry to help us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'll make it very brief because most of the things line up with them. Currently, the School of Graduate Studies is running almost 400 programs in the university, and we would like to indicate that all the entry requirements can be found on our webpage. We have all the entry requirements, the programs with their requirements are all listed. When you go to the KNUST website, which was shown, find it all. For our admission processes, you will need to first buy a form, and the forms are purchased from the banks, Bank, GCB, CBG. If you should go to any of these banks, you pay an amount of 280 cedis. They give you a voucher, and the USSD code 447 *447 160 used to buy the forms if you are in Ghana. I would also want to indicate that for foreign students, you don't need to buy a form. You just need to go in there, enter your email address. You get the login credential. If you get admission, you are charged the admission fee. Most of the postgraduate education admission is done via interviews. So if you apply, you are expected to also submit a hard copy, which comes and is sent to the department. The interviews are conducted at the various departments. So when you get to the department, they call you for interview. If you are successful, then you are given admission. Basically, I want to understand if there are any questions we have more than.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles Owusu-Mchi, for that brief presentation. So he said that you can procure a scratch card from all the banks, three banks, GCB, Ghana Commercial Bank, DBG, and EcoBank, if you want to apply for postgraduate studies within the university. For undergraduate, you can procure some from
Ghana Post is Ghana Post
all
only.
regional offices.
Yeah, not any apart from regional, even the districts, any accredited.
Okay, so you can just have
Ghana Post Office anywhere across the country.
So for undergraduates, you can go to any post office and then buy scratch card and then go online to complete your admission form. Thank you very much, Charles Owusu-Mchi. We shall now be listening to Mr. Christopher Addo, who is the Senior Assistant Registrar at the IDEAL, Institute of Distance Learning. He will be making a presentation on how to gain admission into the distance program for those who are workers and may not be able to travel all this way to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Kumasi campus. We have regional learning centers. And so he will be working in the stream how to gain admission to programs. So I welcome Mr. Christopher Addo.
Okay, thank you, Deputy Registrar of the university. For distant learning, like taking a cue from the graduate school senior assistant registrar, the admission processes of the university are the same as has been presented by the university admissions officer. The only different thing that you need to know is that for IDL, what you need to do is that if it's graduate school, it's the same graduate school form that you buy from CBG, from EcoBank, and then from GCB. When you are failing it, you either choose regular or IDL. So if you choose IDL, you see our IDL programs and then you apply. Like the main admissions officer said, all the programs, the entry requirements can be found on the university's website. So you look at it, you read through, and then you'll be able to apply. For IDL programs too, you can also find them at the IDL website. So idl.knust.edu.gh. That is for the postgraduate programs. Now, for the IDL undergraduate programs, there are two categories. Category one are the diploma programs. For the diploma programs, you can still get them at the banks. And the diploma programs, you go online to idl.knust.edu.gh, and then you go to the bank, tell them you are buying for a diploma program. That cost for this year, it's 170 Ghana cedis in that bank, and then you get it. And it's the same banks, EcoBank, GCB, and Consolidated Bank. And then for IDL top-up programs, You would also be able to buy it using the short code *447 *160 hash. It's the same short code. The one you use to buy the regular form is the same code. You select IDL, undergraduate top-up. That is the only difference. You can buy it. We can buy every form of KNUST with the code. However, for undergraduate top-up, IDL undergraduate top-up, you can only buy it at the bank, CBG, GCB, and then EcoBank. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Christopher Addo of the IGF, Senior Assistant Registrar. We will now be taking some few questions online. So the first question is coming from Miss Ophelia Onyako. Good morning, please. Are your forms still open for us to buy? They will take the question, they will come and provide. And then Isabella, please, have they started? I'm wondering, she's talking about whether they started selling the forms. Bless Akrobo, please, can you furnish me with the fee schedule for graduate school, precisely PhD economics? And then the next question is Romila Farms Complex. Can a graduate in veterinary science get admission to the School of Medicine? No. Then state Ohini Mensa, when is the next academic year start? I'll pause here and then we get a response from the admission officer, Mr. Akamwabwate. Then we will continue and take the next set of questions.
Okay. All right, thank you, Ophelia. Okay. The first question, the forms are still on sale. They are available. The deadline for the sale of the form is October 31st October 2023. So from it was after the end of October that the sales will end. Yeah, will end. So it is still available at the undergraduate forms. It's still available. You can still go to Ghana Post and get your e-voucher. Please have this. Yes, we have started. Finish me with the fee schedule. I don't know whether that one has been published. Okay, you do deal with that one. Then graduate in veterinary science get admission. Can a graduate in veterinary science get admission to the School of Medicine? Currently, no. The university, the admission to School of Medicine is purely from the WASI, the A-level and other international certificates. We don't have graduate entry into the School of Medicine. So there is a process going on to get graduate entry, but it's not yet completed. Then when is the next academic year starting? Next academic year is starting in January 2024. Please, when is the deadline for MPhil nursing? Okay, please repeat the code. Okay, so that is, I think,
the short code for buying the form.
The short code.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. The short code is *447-106 hash on all network, and then you follow the prompts.
Okay, so for postgraduates, our forms are on sale also out to 31st October 2023. There may be a possible extension looking at the fact that the academic year will start in January. So it's up to 31st October 2023, with possible extension. The fee schedule. If you want to know our fee schedule, just Google KNUST fee schedule for the 2022-2023 academic year. It's online. Then you can take time and look at it because there may be variations in the time you come in. So just use that as a guide and then you'll be fine. Then for postgraduate, that is basically it. Thank you.
Okay, so
There's another 2 questions.
thank you, Mr. Charles Owusu. Viewers will be taking a brief break and we'll come back to you. Stay tuned. Thank you, viewers, for standing by. We are still discussing GIS. I don't know what that means, but it's a great.
Currently, we don't have MPhil in GIS. No, it's done at the regular basis. Yes.
Now, Semeco, Jason, please do you offer MPhil ICT education top up?
At the moment, they are trying to bring it up, but it's not yet. So,
Said Ohini Mensa, is KNUST offering or doing PhD in nesting?
not yet.
So we haven't started in the PhD in nursing. Eunice Mensa, good afternoon. Please, is there a particular format programs of choice should follow I think the best trying to ask questions about cut-off point for engineering. Yes, engineering cut-off point.
Yeah. I think another way, there's no format. I mean, some of the questions that normally comes is, can I select a program from College of Engineering and select another program from College of Health Science and those things? There's no format. Depending on your interest and if you meet the requirement, you can select the programs from everywhere. With regard to the cutoff point too, as you said, is there any format, if that is what you mean? As I said in my presentation, I advise that students or prospective applicants must be moderate in their choice. It is not advisable to select a program, a fair choice program, which aggregate is, let's say, aggregate 8. And then you select the second choice program with the same aggregate 8, or even better, or even 1. So I advise that you should be moderate in your choice. If the first choice program you selected aggregate 6, it's better you add about 2 points to the second choice. You build it at 2 points to the third choice, 2 points to the fourth choice. You spread it out so that in the case you are unable to meet the cutoff point, you get access to the second choice program. But when you choose such that the cutoff points are very close or the same, when you lose the first one, you lose everything.
Okay, so let me with the cutoff points issue. What is cutoff point?
Cutoff point is it is this. At any particular academic year, the university determines a quota for every program. For instance, medicine, we may decide to take 150. And then if that is the decision, then at the end of the admission process, we have about 500 applications. So in a way, or even more. So we are going to select 150 best students, 150 students or applications from 500 or more, even more. So the criteria is at any point we determine the best ones. So we may begin, let's say, those of 8 straight ones. If at the end we don't get our 150, we move up to, let's say, those of 7 ones. If you don't get the number, we move up, just like that. So wherever we reach to get our quota, the number for our quota, then that becomes the cutoff.
Thank you very much. And so the cutoff is determined
by the students. It's not
on year by year.
Yes, and it's not a predetermined thing. It's determined by depending on the results, the applications, based on the application, the performance.
Thank you so much. Now, Juliana, he said, can I do something about first year accommodation? And that one I don't know.
Okay.
Thomas
as a policy, the university there's a policy called in, out, 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 out. In the sense that every first year student is given accommodation on campus. After the first year, we allow the student to go and look for private accommodation. As I said earlier, this process is facilitated by the university. The university has identified or partnered with private developers and therefore has accredited their facilities for use by our students. The university provides security and other services to ensure the safety and comfort of our students. And therefore, that is the current situation. So if you are coming as a first year student, automatically, I will try as much as possible to get you accommodation on campus. After the next year, we help you to get accommodation outside the main university facilities.
Maybe
let me also add that the limited accommodation we have is on first come, first served basis.
First come, first served. Yeah.
And so it is not automatic that if you gain admission, you are offered accommodation. have to gain admission, pay your fees, and then you can now go on to the portal and choose a space, a bed space within the traditional halls of residence. And if you do it early, you get accommodation on campus, because we cannot even accommodate all the first years. We can't. I don't think that even all the traditional halls is even up to about 10,000. And so we can, if we have, let's say, 30,000 students who come to first year, we can just accommodate a few. It's on first come, first served basis. So that, I'm sure that answers your question. Me, Ayi, Ankara. I think the case is on the question. Which question are we taking now? Okay. Senator Henning, the academic programs will still start from January 2024 as said by the authorities in charge of admission? Yes.
Yes, please.
Now, Senator Henning, I think you responded to. All right. Grace Igwe, good afternoon. I would like to know if students with first class from KNUST distance learning can get admission opportunity into the form of scholarship to further their masters.
Okay, there are provisions. The university has some funding that you can access, but it's competitive and it's normally limited to needy but brilliant students. So if you fall in that category, when the opportunity comes, it's advertised on the university website. So you just go there, apply, and then if you fall within the criteria, you might get sponsorship. And there are a number of funding programs specifically for programs like engineering, where you get WASCAL and the likes. So depending on your area, read a lot on the university website. There are a number of such opportunities that you can access. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Mr. Charles Musuemchi. I must say that all information on various scholarships are on the university website. Go to www.knust.edu.gh and then go on to scholarship. And I'm sure you'll find all the information that you need. Now, Nana Benny. Okay, so we're going to Nia. Is spending up. After completing the online application, you download the application form and submit via post at Ghana Post.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You do that.
So
You submit to Ghana Post and then they will submit to us.
Yes, and then it should be addressed to the registrar.
The deputy registrar
Academic.
And then for postgraduate, it should be addressed to the school secretary, school of graduate studies.
And then for postgraduate, you address the printed form, the application form, the one you have printed, you post it to the secretary, postgraduate school of graduate studies, KNUST, and then we'll receive it and they'll work on it for you. And then Bruce, please, I need more information about MasterCard. Is it only for undergraduate students or for both undergraduate and postgraduate students?
It's for undergraduates.
Undergraduate currently.
Current undergraduates. But I think, especially depending on the situation, especially circumstances, we may consider for undergraduates.
Those who are brilliant but have some form of disability.
But I know currently there is also some MasterCard programs relating to health that are going for postgraduate. And for all these ones, there are adverts that goes out.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if you are interested in it, you just have to pay attention to adverts online.
So
Yes.
okay, now so we go to random. Can you please get me some of the master's program offered at your school?
All right. So as indicated earlier on, you just have to log in to www.knust.edu.gh, and then even the banner displaying will show you admissions at KNUST. Click on that one, then you will see undergraduate, postgraduate. Click on the postgraduate. beneath the instructions, there is a PDF form, a PDF document. When you click on it, you have all the programs for all departments and their entry requirements. If you go there, you may have a wider number of programs to consider.
Thank you very much, Mr. So all you need to know about all the postgraduate programs in KNUST, visit our website, www.knust.edu.th. Caleb Martins, he seems to have transmitted his message. We are still waiting for you, Caleb. Round off, what is the closing date for forms?
31st October 2023.
So 31st October 2023.
For the undergraduate.
For the undergraduate. Then what about postgraduate?
It's the same, just that there's the possibility we may extend it.
But for now, the closing date for all admission forms is 31st October 2023. Please don't wait, because if we have enough people or a lot of people applying, we may not extend the period for application. And so don't wait, don't take chances. This is the number one university. If you miss the opportunity, you have to wait for the next year. Theodora Odro.
I think she's giving information about some scholarships that are available.
So we go to yes, yes, we have. I'm saying that when you go to the website, you see all the scholarships available. Why should I choose KNUST for my university education over the other equally good universities? and this question, I think it is always good to assist to the best. And definitely, we per the ranking, higher education ranking, KNUST was ranked number one in terms of quality education. And if you are saying when you want to pursue education and you are not looking for the one that is quality, then I don't know what you're looking for. Apart from that, we have the best infrastructure to support your learning. ICT programs, we have very beautiful campus, very conducive for teaching and learning. We have also invested hugely into ICT infrastructure. We have brilliant support systems for all our students in terms of counseling, in terms of tutorial services, and to ensure that you come up with the best, you'll be able to discover all your potential. And so, settle for nothing less than that. Come to the best university in Ghana, the number one destination for quality education in the whole of the world, and then come and join us so that we make you proud. Now, Eunice Benson-King, please, what if the preferred course I want to do has cut-off point of 10, maybe let's say 10, civil engineering, but what you're saying, I must choose electrical engineering, first choice. So I think it's still bordering on question about cut-off point. What should they do?
The cut-off points, we have provided what we use in the 2023 academic year, 2022-2023 academic year, is attached to the admission requirements. It's a guide. It's a guide. As we said, it's not a predetermined. It's selected. You obtain those things based on the circumstances at that time. And therefore, you select it to guide you, even though the difference for the past 10 years, the changes has not been all that significant. And therefore, what we are saying is that if you select the first choice program, you look at the cutoff. If the cutoff of the previous year is, say, aggregate 8, advisably, the second choice program must not also be aggregate 8. Go up a bit to with, let's say, 2 points. Then you select that particular one. The third choice, go up a bit. You spread it based on your abilities and interests. And then once that one is done, you get. We are saying this thing because if you select it such that the cutoff points are the same or very close, you miss the first choice program and you miss the second choice, third choice, fourth choice. But when you spread it out, the idea is that if I don't get a first choice, I prefer the second choice. And you are competing with a number of students, applicants. If your grade is not competitive, definitely you miss it. So that is what we are trying to say.
Thank you, Mr. Samawati. So he says that spread your choices so that whatever your grade will be, you will be able to find something which is within your interest. So don't go and choose first choice medicine, second choice
medicine. They do that.
Medicine,
yeah.
And then fourth choice medicine or suicide. It means that medicine or suicide. They don't do that. There are a lot of other areas. We have doctor of optometry, we have dental surgery, we have doctor of pharmacy, and all those related programs. So spread it. Thank you very much. We go to, are we on slide?
Come now, Emmanuel. Working experience.
Is the working experience for postgraduate programs compulsory as needed?
Somehow it is mandatory because the experiences add to your postgraduate education. Most of the things you'll be learning at postgraduate level is industry related. So if you have the experience, it helps you to understand things better and then to move on. But a lot of these things are determined at the interview. You may not have the experience, but you may have knowledge into some of the things that may be considered. So you can still try, but it is relevant that you have some relevant experience for applying.
I think that undergraduate students, they do internships.
Yeah.
Internships, and then when they complete, they do compulsory national service. I think all that can serve. Yeah.
The panel assesses that, and then they give it.
So your internships and your national service programs that you take compulsory can help you make sure that you meet that requirement. Thank you very much.
So that means that when you are applying, make sure you indicate all these.
Yes. So indicate your internships, the number of internships, where you have had your internship, what you did, and all that. They are very important and will help you greatly because the admission is very competitive in KNUST. If you want to be in the #1 university in Ghana and the #1 destination for quality education in the whole world, you need to be prepared. So, what is the next question is
Joanna.
Is it necessary to fill it?
You should bear in mind that your wish may not be the real thing. And therefore, and aside that, the fact that you're also competing with so many people. And therefore, if you limit yourself to one program, it means that you may lose it entirely. But when you have other options, competing with other applicants, then it means that you have a better chance of getting something to do. That is so it's very necessary.
Yeah.
Thank you, viewers.
No,
We'll
just
take a brief break.
Okay.
Then we'll come back. Take a brief break. Then we'll come back.
Is it lifeline or there's a...
Thank you very much, viewers. This has been a very exciting interaction, and we will want to thank you for staying with us. We want to continue answer some of your questions and see we can provide answers. So someone said KNUST is the best. That's all. Thank you very much. You are in the spirit. Please, graduate school phone numbers are not going through. It's very frustrating. We will work on that. Niayi, Uncle Charles, the telephone number is, I think, the same thing. So the thing goes, the complaint goes. Please, where did we say we can check for the cutoff point? I think if you go on Google, even you just Google KNUST 2022 cutoff point, you will see it. It gives, because KNUST Notice Board and a lot of other bloggers have been posting that.
I'm going to say that.
Yes, all the blogs we have been posting that. And so when you go on Google, ordinary Google, and click KNUST cutoff point, it will pop up. And it serves as a guide. It helps you to select the program that is within your aggregate. Thank you very much.
And then in addition to that, please use the university official, the website information. Don't use any other platform or media, social media, to get your information. There are a lot of misinformation here and there. People have created their own site, and then they are misinforming you.
Yeah.
So please use the university website, and you get very accurate and reliable information.
Yes, and for postgraduates, if you go to the main university website and you have a problem navigating through the site, just go to sgs.knust.edu.gh. We have most of our information also uploaded there for you to. With the exception of these two, if you go anywhere, we are not responsible. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, viewers.
There's something here.
There's something.
The Eunice Mensah King.
Yeah.
Let me comment or advise on that.
Okay.
You know, the first choice is civil engineering. According to him, the cutoff is 10, grade 10. And he selected the second choice program, computer engineering. The cutoff is grade 9. Very interesting. Electrical engineering, I presume, is the third choice. So this means my selection is entirely wrong. You are right.
Yeah.
Because if you are not successful for the civil engineering with grade 10, definitely it means your aggregate is more than 10. So all those below it, you will not get,
Let's be clear on this. You know, there was something on social media. A woman who was complaining that somebody got aggregate 10, got to school.
Yeah.
Her son got aggregate 24, 36, and didn't get to school.
Okay.
So sometimes the waiting of
Okay.
So the aggregate, Mr. Asamabwati, the aggregate.
Yeah.
Please walk us through the aggregate. Which one is better? Is it the very high one or the lower?
As I said in my presentation, one needs to obtain aggregate 24 or better, meaning you must obtain aggregate 24 or less than 24. And this is how we calculate the aggregate. If you get A1, you score 1, and A1 is the best. That is the excellent grade. You get B2, it is 2 points. B3 is 3 points. C4, C5, C6 is 4 points each. And therefore, at any point, if you multiply, if you get that particular amount, you add all of them together, it gives you the best 6. And as I said earlier, the 3 core subjects are English language, core mathematics, and integrated science. And then the elective subjects are the elective subjects must be relevant to the program you have selected. It's not just scoring 3 elective subjects. I'm getting 3 elective subjects, but whether they are relevant, their relevance is very key. Well, there are few programs where the nature of the elective subject doesn't count. For instance, law, we accept applicants from visual arts, home economics, business, general arts, and general science, provided you get a very good grade. So for that, no matter the nature of the combination, once it is 3 electives, it's 3 electives.
Okay.
The same applies to BBA, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Human Resource Development, Management, and then Logistics, Supply Chain Management, Hospitality and Tourism Management, then even Disability and Rehabilitation Management. We don't insist on a particular subject combination. Any 3 will do. Aside that, all other programs have their specific elective subject we take. So you get the 6, you take the 3, the 6 subjects, multiply by match it with your aggregate score, as I've explained, add them together. In fact, the higher the grade in terms of magnitude, the figures, the weaker.
It means the higher you aggregate,
the
weaker.
higher in terms of the magnitude. Yes. So if you get 24, it means you are that is the weakest. The weakest. So if it is beyond 24, automatically you are out.
Yeah.
So let me also add that every year, KNUST alone receives more than 80,000 applicants. We receive about 80.
Undergraduates. Last year we had about over 55 applications.
Yes.
55,000.
55,000 applications. Then postgraduate and IDL. So if your grade is weak, your aggregate is weak, it means that your chance of getting admission is so very, very low. And so that is the issue. And so when you are in school, you are in SHS, you are studying, please make sure that you study hard. And those of you who have weaker passes should consider rewriting some of the papers. Someone asked a question whether he can use 2 WASI results to apply.
2 WASI
results.
Yes, we do. Multiples.
Yes.
You can present about even 5. The case. We had that student, I think he struggled. So about 5 means that 5 sittings. And then you pick one subject here, you go and pick another subject here, pick another subject here. We do accept multiple results.
Thank you very much. Admission officer. He says that even if you have about 5 results and you have written them, maybe every year you are writing one, you can put all of them together to apply.
But
once you aggregate
the correct index number,
yes. Once you provide the correct index numbers on all the results, and your result is better, you can get admission. Thank you very much. Someone says, does IDL offer development studies and epidemiology?
And we do have development management, and we do have planning and monitoring and evaluation, but we don't have epidemiology yet.
All right.
That's basically under the School of Public Health.
The school is, yes. So those who want to apply for epidemiology, you can go to the School of Public Health. Is it a postgraduate study?
Yes.
It's solely a postgraduate program. And so it's not for undergraduate students. Now, Esther Amponsa, good afternoon. My son got 4 A's and 4 B's and a science student. I want to ask what science-related program he can or he qualifies for.
Yeah, Esther, it's very difficult to advise you based on what you are presented. We want to know what are the 4 A's, what subjects are there. The B's, what are the subjects combinations there, so that we can advise. It's not enough to say you have 4 A's and 4 B's. It looks nice, but when you get into the details, you find out that it is not even may not be aggregate 12.
Yeah.
So we wish that you give her the details of those A's and then those B, the subject. Then you advise accordingly.
The program.
Yeah.
Yes. Mr. Samabwatin, This question keeps popping up on our system. How do they get information on subject or specific subject combination to qualify for a particular program? Information.
They are there. They are, as I mentioned, at the website. The entry requirements, the details have been presented
Okay.
there.
All right.
And then and they don't read. They don't they don't.
So if you go onto Esther, if you go onto our website and check for admission, go to the admission page, you will find information on details, detailed requirements for a particular program, and then you choose the one that your son qualifies for. If you want to know how to calculate the aggregate, I think you can speak to the admission desk. Our phone numbers have been earlier on screen. You can check it, call us, and we'll help you to calculate your aggregate. Someone said, Champon said, Matthew, please, can I apply using 2 WASI results? Yes, we said yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes. He's thanking us for the response. Somebody is also saying, there's a question.
Go up again.
Go up. Scroll up for us.
Yes.
Said, I am a nurse, maybe a diploma holder, for working for 3 years. Done with my BSc nursing, and right now I want to do MPhil nursing. What working experience is needed? I think that, yes, I think you already have working experience. Yes, you already have working experience, so you can apply directly.
We are not looking at, we are not saying, maybe he's wondering if it's supposed to be the post-degree working experience. But once you work in the relevant field,
yes,
so we can use
yes. So Eunice, is it said Ohini Mensa? Is that said Ohini Mensa who has that question? Yes. Said you qualify to apply, so go and buy the scratch card and apply.
Doc, for the, is it a Champon? Yeah, Matthew. Yes, you can provide, present multiple WASI results, but you can't provide WASI and O level or A level.
Okay.
We don't accept that.
Okay.
Either or A level, different year or different setting, or WASI, different year, different setting.
All right.
But we don't combine with other certificates to secure admission.
Okay.
SSC.
Somebody is asking a question. Nora Kuzagbe. Say, good afternoon. Sir, please, can my ward combine WASI and NOVDEC to apply?
The WASI, that is the school certificate. They are all WASI.
Yes.
So school, the WASI taken in school and WASI taken as a private candidate. They are all WASI.
Yes.
We do accept.
So it's accepted. You can apply. Now, let's say, Theophilus, is it true that qualified A-level candidate?
One question.
There's one question where?
Can one move from ideal to regular?
Oh, okay. Someone is asking if somebody can cross carpet from ideal to regular.
For the top-up program.
For the top-up program.
So for top-up programs, then ideal doesn't normally start from year 1 for the undergraduate level, with the exception of a few diplomas. And then the few diplomas, when you go to 3rd year, you are going to do top-up. And so the time by which you will do the top-up and moving to regular, the timings may not be the same. You may have to wait another year. And so if you did your diploma in ideal, then mostly it's advisable you do the top-up in ideals so that you don't waste another year waiting to go to regular. However, some regular students transfer to ideal depending on whether it's postgraduate, and that course is being offered at ideal. So if I'm doing MSc Accounting and Finance regular at a business school, and then I get transferred to Takrady, you can write, and then School of Graduate Studies would ensure that you are transferred to ideal on the distant level. So that level is there, but it must be the same course because you have to be at the same level. That is how the transfers are done. Other than that, from regular to ideal, it's normally not the case because we start from middle. That's
Okay.
it.
Thank you very much. Daniel Anan Tete. I think he's a PhD applicant. He's asking a question whether he said, what does it mean to say ability to undertake the proposed program?
There is a question there.
Is
it Theophilus?
No, let's take Daniel and Anan first on the PhD program. Charles.
There is a statement, ability to undertake the proposed program.
Yes, is it there?
Yes, you must demonstrate some ability to engage in independent research. And this, as I indicated earlier on, is based on the quality of proposal you submit.
Sure.
And how well you are able to also defend it when you come for the interview.
Yeah. So Daniel Anan, your proposal is a prerequisite for your admission. You need to demonstrate that you have the ability to embark on research, because PhD is purely on research basis, though we have some few taught courses. Somebody asked a question we missed up there.
Theophilus.
Is it true that a qualified A-level candidate, we have answered this one.
No.
I say, no. Is it true that a qualified A-level candidate are only admitted as fee-paying candidates?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes, no. In the sense that, as I said earlier, the basis of admission, WASI forms the basis of our admission into programs of the university. And then the WASI will set up a cutoff point. So for a particular program, if the cutoff point is, say, aggregate 6, it means all those who had aggregate 7 and 9 could be admitted as a fee-paying student. So if your A-level results is also not that competitive, assuming you have AAA, if you have AAA, it means that you have in that case, we admit you as a regular student on the government scholarship. But if the grade is not is not as good as the cutoff point, because the WASI one, those who do not meet that one are admitted the fee-paying status, you will also be admitted at the fee-paying status. So it's true, but it's not true.
It's not peculiar to A-level.
No, it's not peculiar to. It's applied to all situations.
And let me make an emphatic statement that fee paying is optional. It's an option that an applicant would want to take. It's not compulsory. So there are those people who make the claim that I was offered a fee paying program. Admission officer, can you react to that? Some people say that, oh, I chose this and I was given a fee paying.
No, we don't. No, the university doesn't impose admission on students. If one hasn't requested for it, you can't give. So it's not true that I chose this one, the university gave me fee paying. You requested for it, you apply for it. And when we find out that you meet the requirement, we we give you the offer. The university doesn't impose on students.
How do you react to the claim that I chose electrical engineering and the university offered me civil engineering?
You chose electrical engineering for the first choice and civil engineering for the second choice. And by that arrangement, the options there means that if I don't get this one, I want, and I get the second one, please give it to me. Mm-hmm. That is in the order. So you have indicated your preferences. Your preference, and then you follow that preference, and then wherever you find we find you fit, we give it to you.
Good. I'm also looking at some frequently asked questions. Some potential applicants have been asking questions. They don't have birth certificate. In place of that, what do they use? What can they use?
Ghana card. In fact, we appreciate the challenges, but as I say, we need to establish certain information. We are growing everything. Now, even in some institutions, you have your birth date on your certificate. So, and it's very important thing. And therefore, I will encourage everybody to arrange for. If you don't have one, welcome from the village. Arrange for one.
But what about those at the time that the person is applying, the person doesn't have, maybe the person has applied for birth certificate, but it's not ready. What can they use in place of that?
It's a national ID card. We need to establish your nationality.
Mm.
You need to establish your nationality.
So
Because
apart from the birth certificate, one can use national ID card.
National ID card, sure.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much.
And I would advise that don't wait for you to complete, let's say, senior high school, and then we said, oh, because I'm going to university, I need birth certificate. It should be part of our life.
So we want to encourage all parents and then potential applicants to make effort to procure birth certificate or acquire a birth certificate. It's very important. Once you're a Ghanaian, you need some of those things. Now, I want to also ask another question here. They said there's an access course. Access course. When is it starting? Is it for 2023? Access course.
For the access course, in fact, we have stopped running the access course for now. But what we did run this year was the pre-nursing course. The nursing students that were admitted, they had a pre-nursing. And the pre-nursing course had already taken place for the academic year. So that is the only thing we run. For the access, we don't have access. But for distance learning, we do have mature entry exams, where those who are mature students and qualified to be admitted in would undergo some exams, and mostly the exams is in math, English, and critical reasoning also. So you go through that one, and then once you qualify.
And someone is asking for the access for mature application. Is it over?
No, it's the same application.
It's the same application.
So for IDL, the mature applications are for the diplomas.
Yes.
So you apply the diploma, maybe business administration, diploma in horticulture, diploma in French, diploma in food and manufacturing, and then you write the exam. If you write the exams and you pass, you'll be admitted to do the diploma.
So for that one too, the deadline for application is 31st October.
So, yes. So once you buy the form, we will look at your application, your date of birth, and you must be 25 years and above. That is what the law says.
All right.
So if you are 24 and half, no.
Okay.
25, then you will qualify to.
Okay. Admission officer, a lot of students do complain also about their names being wrongly spelled. Is the university to be blamed, or they cause it?
The problem is the applicants. That is why I mentioned in my presentation that students they must be meticulous in filling the form. If you present a wrong distance, because everything is digitized, we verify our results from the source of that resource. And when we present information to them, for instance, if your name is, in most cases, if you have a spelling mistake, then the system will not accept it, or it may give different even name. What happened are some of them, those who have 3 names or multiple names, more than that, the other drop. Those who originally have 2 names will other add. And then it changes the whole thing. So when we present it, the feedback we get is that the name does not match.
So the advice is that?
That is why I said they should not use a name other than what they have on their examination certificate.
What about those who have initials in their names?
We advise that you write it in full. If it is over there, even if it is in the WASI results, write it in full. Because over here, even when you enter, we are able to verify. At the end of it, we invite you to bring it full. We don't write certificates with initials.
So because I know some students have complained that when they were filling the form, maybe at WASI, when they are preparing to write the WASI examination, their tutors or teachers feel like their names were too long, and so they use initials and then shorten the names. So for a person like that, what can the person do?
You take responsibility. We don't recognize. At the end of the form, there is a declaration session where one declares that whatever information I've provided is true, and therefore I'm even prepared for the consequence. I mean, whatever mistake is done, if anybody assists you, you take the responsibility of whatever goes into it. So I advise that please, when you are assisted, go over the form. You have opportunity to edit it as many times as possible until the deadline. After the deadline, even after the deadline, when the results are published, we allow students access to the portal to effect changes or corrections. So when all these avenues are given and then you don't take advantage, then it becomes very difficult to determine the genuine one, and even because what has happened that people change the names just to match with somebody's certificate.
Thank you very much. Well, let's go to our viewers. There are still a lot of questions popping up. We'll try and deal with a few. Is it Emerald?
Is that Esther? Esther is back. Yeah, Esther, the grade you are right. The grade is 12.
12 and 14.
12. The biological one. The biological one is 12, and then the physical one. So for computer science, it's 14. Last year or in January, our cutoff for computer science was a grade 10. And looking at the gap, 4 points extra. There may be some changes as other +2 or -2. So you can try, but I mean, chances will be very slim.
All right, so we go to Emerald. I say, good day, please. When is the deadline for, I think, submitting application? We said a concession form.
Concession form.
What is a concession form?
Concession form. This is internal issues. It's not for the public.
Oh, okay. But what is a concession form?
Probably he's talking about the staff.
Oh.
Maybe for accommodation.
So it doesn't.
Okay. So that is okay.
Public.
Yeah.
I think normally the university has its own rules.
Yeah. It's internal processes
Those are internal things that can be handled. Yes. Okay. So we go to. Is there any published criteria for converting A-level results into form that can be compared to the cutoff points?
For criteria.
Yes.
The way we have done the WASI,
for the WASI,
the cutoff point.
How do we calculate A-level?
Convert it to the A-level. Maybe we have to.
Oh, it's a different stream. It's a different stream.
Yeah,
it's a different stream. Just as we used to have A-level grades and other things, we apply that particular one. But it's equivalent to determine whether, at the A-level, the minimum pass is E. Is E. So at grade 15, you qualify. So if you're able to compete with the numbers, just as we do for grade 14,
for WASI.
But maybe what they want to know is that
when
you have WASI, you can read on the line online and say this one is this one is that. Yeah. Can they have a place where they can see that if you get A-level 10, it's equivalent to WASI 6 or 4?
No. I think they are not comparable. Yeah, we can't. And the fact that now it's only few people. It's only few people apply with A-level. Only few.
All right. Thank you very much. So if you apply with A-level, we'll look at it on case-by-case basis.
Yeah, sure.
And then we will be able to find. Yes. Is there any other question? I think there are questions up there. Can we go up and see what is happening there? Do you have purely online courses? Somebody's asking, Dixon. He said, do you have purely online courses?
There's only one.
There's only one. There's only one.
Undergrad, no.
At the postgraduate level, it's been piloted.
Yeah.
Last year we ran one course. It's currently being run as we speak, but it's just one course. I don't think we have it at the undergrad.
No, not yet.
Admission officer, there's somebody, so Justina. If the arrangement of my name on the result is wrong, should I arrange it correctly on the application? Would the system hold me responsible? I think so.
It's a very difficult thing because what you say, the wrong arrangement. Well, if you support it with your birth certificate or other documentation, then you can do that. But sometimes you have presented your name on the birth certificate, your surname as, let me use Justina Owusu. You present that as you said your surname, and then you are telling us it's wrong. It's not Owusu, but rather Boateng. No, you are on your birth certificate is Owusu. But if, for instance, you have presented, in fact, if you are not introducing anything, but just that arrangement, and then the birth certificate supports that, we allow you.
But I think the safest thing to do is to maintain how your name is on your WASI result when you are doing the application. So that it saves yourself from a lot of trouble.
But as he's saying, there are some cases they made a mistake. I mean, some of the name you understand. You can't have except that the person comes out and say, this is my registered surname. He may present the name Justina as the surname and then Owusu as the first name. They may not. So for those minor ones, we do assist them to fix them.
But at the postgraduate level, one of the most caring issues when it comes to name arrangement has been that, like you said, you see somebody, there are two sides. We have those who don't have English names, and they have all local names. It usually comes out when we are going to print certificates. So at the point, KNUST doesn't enter anything in the system for you. You do everything yourself, and you are responsible for anything that appears in the system. So they will usually come and say, no, you have changed my surname and my first name. You have changed it. We should understand that it is what you garbage in, garbage out. It's what you put in. We don't touch the data. So if you find out that there is a problem, you quickly have to write and have it rectified. But you pay attention at the point of application. If you have two, like, let me use this choice name, Uswan Ponsan. That is his name, Uswan Ponsan. It's difficult for anybody to tell which one is your first name or which one is your second name. So you have to pay particular attention when you are filling the form and go over it. Even when you print out, go over it and make sure.
To that, as he said, we don't change anything. We have fields for all the three names. Now we have all the three names. The first name field there. We have the surname field there, and then the other name field there. Some years back, we used, over the we were using first surname and then the other names. That is where the problem were coming. But now we've been able to put a system in place to accept.
What about those who have four names?
No, you see, the name nomenclature is, conventionally, there are three categories.
Okay.
There are three categories.
So it is the surname, the middle name.
In fact, the most important one is the surname and the first name.
And then we have other names.
The other one, how you arrange it, that is
all right.
If you don't do it properly.
2, 3 other names, just put all in the other names.
All right. So thank you, gentlemen. Charles, somebody said, can I apply for 2 different postgraduate programs with different vouchers?
No. In fact, we don't allow one person to be on 2 different programs on KNUST. So for now, it is not allowed.
All right. Thank you very much. So you cannot apply for 2 postgraduate programs with different vouchers. You can't. You can only apply for one at a time.
When you finish and you want to come back and do another one.
There is something there.
Let me just add. It's a bit flexible at the postgraduate level. You buy a form, you apply for, let's say, program A. In the course of it, you realize that you don't want to do program. Even after you have been admitted, you feel you don't want to do program A. It's a matter of getting to the department of the new program you want to go. Once they agree, we can easily effect the change. You don't need to buy another voucher.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Asamabwatin, somebody said I was offered fee paying. Can I change to regular?
You were offered fee paying because you requested for it. You applied for it. And based on the existing criteria, we find you have met the requirement for it. Once you take a fee, you accept a fee paying option, you go through the program with fee paying status. You can't change along the way.
If the person feels like he cannot pay anymore,
No.
What happens? The person has to stop.
You should look for scholarship.
Look for scholarship. Okay, so look for scholarship.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I don't,
Okay.
Justina is also, is it Justina? Eugenia, sorry. If a lady's name has officially changed as a result of marriage, should she still use her maiden name in filling the form? I suppose in this case, you have already acquired the certificate. So you have your name there. And then if you have acquired your certificate, and at the time you are applying for admission, if you have gazetted the change, it means that your name change has been approved.
Okay.
Legal. In that case, you can use the gazette name and then attach, that is the proof that you are, so that you look at your certificate bears a different name, and then at least one of the name will be there, indicating that you are the same person. Because even the gazette says that you used to be this and now you are this. You use that one, you recognize the proof of evidence, and then we accept your new name.
It's only for married people.
It's for married people. Yeah.
And I think the opportunity is there to, when you are in the system, you can
also do that. Apply.
Your name is gazetted, you can submit it.
Charles, Justina also says, is there any other way to contact graduate school? Emails are not responding or responded to.
Okay, so graduate school has a live chat. If you go to sgs.knust.edu.gh, there is a live chat at the lower right corner. Just click on that and do that. But hopefully by next week, the telephone issue will be resolved and we'll be back online.
Okay, so Evans Obu says, please, would the integrated science be a requirement for admission to offer a degree in law, or would social studies be considered?
Yes, Evans. So integrated science is a requirement for admission. It's a requirement for admission to KNUST. So you must pass. However, if after getting your minimum score, let's say C6, and then you are applying for law, if your social studies score is better, we will use the social studies score to calculate your aggregate. We will not use the integrated science. But if your integrated science is DF, then automatically you don't qualify. This I said it in one school, they were laughing. You must pass at least you must manage to pass. You must to pass. And once you get the minimum score, if the social studies grade is better, we will use it to determine the aggregate for you, so that your aggregate becomes better.
All right. Somebody is asking how to get admission to petrochemical engineering. I think it's the same procedure.
Petrochemical engineering, you need the elective subjects are physics, chemistry, elective maths.
Okay.
And then you have your three core subjects. It must be better.
It should be
because
better.
They're very competitive.
But what is the last year? What was the cutoff point?
Last year, petrochemicals are grade 9, petroleum are grade 8.
Okay, so
it's highly competitive.
So it's very competitive. So you need to do well. Physics, chemistry, mathematics, with a very strong aggregate to help you to do so.
If you say what's okay, Eagle, or is it Eagle?
Where is Eagle?
After Evans, yeah.
What?
If you say engineering, we have 18 programs.
We have 18 programs and engineering.
18 programs.
And as we stated earlier on, if you go on the university website, you can get all the cutoff points for all the programs, and then you choose within your strength. Thank you very much. Abina, is it Abina Tuesday? That's an interesting name. Please.
Then his question is quite interesting.
What is the CWE for applying for logistics and supply chain management and accounting?
Yes, a distance learning.
Yeah.
No, do you use okay, distance learning.
From those coming from the traditional universities. By traditional universities, I mean Legon, University of Ghana, UCC, Winneba, UDS. They have CWE. So for some of them, if you are coming in with diploma, there are two categorizations. You either have distinction or pass. In that case, any of them is allowed. However, if you are coming from the technical universities, the HNDs one, they have first class, second upper, second lower, and third. Ideally, you should come in with second lower. They only consider pass if you have worked for 5 years experience when you are coming with, and that's extreme case. And so you need to make sure that you come with lower or above. But for the traditional one, pass or qualified. Now the diplomas, if you are coming in with diploma in business administration from the traditional university, you can do most of the options. However, for the calculation one, you must get either distinction or your average must be above 55 for logistics and 60 for accounting. So that's the distinction there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. Instead, this has been very helpful. Thank you so much. Someone says that, is it possible for a science student to read real estate if you know why? Real estate.
Science student.
Yeah.
Real estate.
Real estate, that's land.
They require elective math.
Yeah.
No, real estate is geography, elective maths, economics.
Yeah. So you need to have elective maths. But if somebody has physics, chemistry, mathematics,
It doesn't go there.
it doesn't go there. You need geography.
Geography, economics.
Oh, okay. All right. I think we have been
You
doing.
check the requirements online, I'm sure.
We have been having this interaction for more than 1.5 hours, and then I think that we have tried to answer most of your questions. I don't know if we still have some few questions to answer. Maybe we'll do some extra 10 minutes, and then we'll wind up on today's interaction. And so we say, please, can enrolled nurse apply for admission at the IDL, and would they buy the same form? Chris?
It depends on the program you are coming in for. If it's nursing itself, no, they do it on sandwich basis. But maybe you are enrolled nurse, you want to come and do business course, which you qualify for. That one is allowed.
Okay.
Maybe you have degree in nursing, you want to do masters in those ones, it's allowed.
All right. I think it's a fine time for us to sign off on today's session. There's a question down there. It said, which one is that? Currently, I have bought 3 e-vouchers to process 3 different master's programs. Please, any advice?
It's only one.
If he's hoping to be on the 3 different programs at the same time, or he's thinking of
if he doesn't get it,
if he doesn't get it, I think he's basically wasted his money because he needed just one
form.
and then if you don't get this one, you can try. So if you have applied, then you will just have to leave it. You attend the interview for all the 3.
Yes.
If you get admission for all of them, you are supposed to be on one.
On one. So GH Tour. You can GH Tour. You can only be on one master's program or one postgraduate program at a time. And so if you have if you have applied for 3, then it's likely you get 1. The last one I said, is it Benjamin Hastings? With the top up from traditional university, do you get admitted to level 200 or 300?
It depends on, for the traditional universities, your diploma is equivalent to an HND, which is, so you start from level 300. However, for sociology and social work, regardless of what you are coming in with, you start from level 200. Now, if you are coming in from the technical university, and you come with a diploma, you will go to level 200.
Okay.
That's the difference. But if it's traditional and it's diploma, you go to level 300.
I think it's a fair time to sign off, gentlemen.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I think there is one. Hey, they're coming. Okay.
Okay, well, we will be having final comment anyway. So let's take the last question or last set of questions, and then we can. I'll give you opportunity to pass your final comments, and then we can sign off. Can I apply for scholarship after being admitted into KNUST?
Yes.
Yes, but for MasterCard, you need to apply before.
With the admission,
With
you need to apply with your results.
With your results.
All other facilities, you need to be there.
Yes.
Probably after first year, then you apply.
Yes.
In the course of your studies.
Yes. So GH Store is saying that thanks very much. I'm satisfied with the response. We thank you so much. We are here for you. Somebody said, I think we've handled almost all the questions so far. And so I want to thank all of you. We'll give opportunity for final comment. Chris?
Yes, I think that when you're applying, check your name, the spelling of your name, and then your certificate you are using. And if you go to a third person to help you fill because you don't have internet, be mindful of what he's uploading. We've had issues where somebody says he didn't get admission. You go and check the certificate and it's somebody's passport picture. He didn't check the loading because somebody was doing it for him. So if somebody is helping you fill, when he finishes, see the printouts, go through and make sure that everything is correct before you do. And if it's undergraduate or anything you're filling, check your index number and make sure that it is correct. If it's not correct, it will go to somebody else.
Okay. Mr.
Yes, I would advise that prospective applicants must take time to read the instructions, the admission instructions, the processes, and then be diligent, follow it, because this time everything is digitized. There's no human interference. Therefore, whatever you put in is what you process, and some of them can create problem for you, especially wrong index number, wrong year of examination, and then even your name. Once you provide good and accurate information, you will not go through any struggle to get your listing. Our admission process is very clean and transparent. Therefore, you shouldn't be alarmed of anything about how you go about it. Once you do the right thing, you are there.
And your phone numbers are always available.
They are all available.
So anytime anybody has a challenge, they should call. They can also log on to our website and our social media handles and send questions. We will respond. Charles?
Yes, I think Graduate School also has social media handles, so you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. But I want to just mention one thing. Most of the things that we normally call in to ask, the answers are already on the website. Somebody will call and ask a question that is very clear. Some even travel and come all the way to the School of Graduate Studies just because of a question that the answer is already online. So please read the instructions online, understand, and if you are contacting us, contact us for things that you genuinely didn't get answers to. In the application process, because graduates for postgraduate admission or the application, you buy only one form for either distance learning or regular. When you go into the system and you click on Start Application, you have the option to choose whether you want to be, you are applying for a distance learning program or a regular program or a PhD program. If you don't pay attention to that and you select distance learning and you want to apply for regular, when you get to the point where you are supposed to select a program, you won't find the regular programs there because you selected distance learning. It filters the programs for you. So pay attention to that and don't get frustrated by that. If you can't find, if you go there and you see only distance learning when you're looking for regular, go back to start application, select regular program, and then come back to that point. You will find all the programs. And I trust that you come to KNUST and enjoy everything here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I think this has been very exciting and very educative program. Let me say, at KNUST, we are here to help you achieve your dream. And this program is proudly brought to you by the KNUST E-Learning Center. Their slogan is that just a click, and then you are there. And we'll be waiting for you to join us in the best university in Ghana, the #1 destination for quality education in the whole wide world. And we will be one family. Thank you very much. We will be responding. Keep your questions coming. Ask them when they come. We'll direct it to the appropriate offices, and then we'll find the answers and share with you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be with you another time. Thank you.